Hi, I'm David here with Worship Academy, and today I want to share with you 5 tips for how to be a better worship guitar player at your church. So maybe you're just starting out playing lead guitar at your church and you're wondering, how can I be a better guitar player? Or how can I serve my team better? And just going to be sharing with you a couple of things I've learned over the years about how to not only play better, but serve my team and congregation better. So let's jump right in. So tip number 1, it's a little bit more philosophical, but I think it's really important because all of the tips I'm going to be sharing kind of stem from this, and that's be a servant. Just remember that you are there to serve the song, you're there to serve your team as a team player, and you're also there to serve your congregation in worship. So that means show up on time. Don't noodle around in between songs and waste everybody's time. Remember that you are there to make sure everything runs smoothly and that you're taking the song from here to here. So remember that you are there to be a servant of your team, of the song, of the church, and to God. Number 2 is be prepared. I can't stress enough how important it is to just take 30 minutes at home before rehearsal to learn the songs, have a pretty good idea of what you're going to be playing. If the worship leader has sent you parts to play, make sure you're learning that. If not, you can go on YouTube and someone's probably shown you what parts to play. I always try to walk into rehearsal having a pretty good idea of what I'm going to be playing that day, because rehearsal is more about making sure that the band is gelling together correctly rather than learning the songs. In that vein, make sure that if you have a pedal board, that you're getting that all dialed in ahead of time so that you can walk in, plug in, and just be ready to go. Point number 3, simpler is better. It's very easy for me to get up there and have my natural instinct just to be up there and shred all the time because playing guitar is fun. But trying to remind myself that you're just a piece in the greater puzzle and you're there to actually serve the team and serve the congregation and serve the song. So how do you play more simply? It's a great question that you kind of have to just develop an ear for. So start listening to what the vocals are doing. Start listening to what the keys player is doing. Start listening to what the drummer is doing and making sure that you're not stepping on them and that you're actually meshing well. Because remember, you are a piece in the greater puzzle. Sometimes playing simpler means just playing fewer notes. Sometimes that means not even playing at all when the vocals are playing. So if you have a vocal phrase and then there's a space, maybe don't play while the vocals are going, and then pick a couple of notes to fill that space with and just let those 3 or 4 notes count and just sing during that little break. So start paying attention to where you can play less and more simply and just having what you are playing count. So point number 4 is kind of related to playing simply, and that's play confidently. One time I was new to a group and I was playing something fairly simple, but I was not owning it. And the worship leader turned to me and said, David, if you're going to mess up loud. It's better to play a few things and own it and have it really, mean it and cut than it is to kind of play something and have it not come across well. Because timid never actually translates into the audience well. You need to be owning whatever you are playing. If you aren't confident in your ability to play a part loud without it messing up, find something else to play that you can just totally own. But I guarantee as soon as you have some confidence where you're just owning it, and if you're going to mess up loud, that it's going to come across way better. So our last point number 5, is kind of a big one that we don't have enough time to get into today fully, but it's know your music theory inside and out. It's not enough to just be able to show up and know what the chords are for each song, or know what the lead parts are for each song, or know how to play the melodies for each song. You need to be able to know why you are playing that. So that means knowing how to form a scale in each key. That means knowing your Nashville numbers. That means knowing how chords are formed of each key, so that you know no matter what chord you're playing, what notes make up that chord, so that you can favor that as you're improvising over those chords as well. So if that means going onto YouTube and looking up theory videos or getting lessons, or even just spending a lot of time researching or figuring things out by ear, you need to be able to know your music inside and out, and also know how to apply that to guitar inside and out. And knowing all of that music theory is going to make you a way better guitar player and ultimately be able to make you serve your band and your congregation way more effectively. So those are 5 ways that I think will help make you a better lead guitar player at your church. Ultimately, I think it's just about having an attitude of always being able to learn and to get better and inspiring your team to also do better as well. So that's it. Hopefully that was helpful and will help you become a better and more effective lead guitar player and serve your band and your congregation better.